Hello everyone, welcome to the Doom Eternal Spoilercast. I'm your host, Dan Video Games, and joining me, as usual, our fun co-hosts, KZ Excellent from kzexcellent.com.
Chainsaw Go Brr.
Mr. Feel from Mr. Feel's Wild Ride.
You can't just shoot a hole in the surface of Mars.
And Bob from GigaBoots.
I assure you it was all for the benefit of mankind.
Bob, that is not a teleporter, that is a gun. Welcome to the Doom Eternal Spoilercast. We're so excited to get to talk about all the things that happened in this game without having to have a filter over our mouths. Man, when some of the first promotional material came out and it's like, you're clearly gonna fight heaven, and then that doesn't happen to the last 2 levels, that fucked me up. I think that was the largest shock I came out of this game with. Real quick, let's cover what we played it on. I played it on PC, which was...
Oh, that must have been good then.
It was a very PC experience, let me tell you. Update your drivers. Okay, it broke other software. Bob, you played it on PS4 Pro?
That's right.
KZ?
Yep, same. PS4 Pro.
Feel.
I played it on PC and had no issues whatsoever. It was a very incredible, wonderful experience. I've never had any problem with any PC game.
I feel like PC gaming must be really great if you don't use your PC for much productivity stuff. Like if you don't need to accelerate anything with your GPU or do anything like that, I assume PC gaming goes a lot smoother.
Yeah, it works really great when you're not brave.
I produce nothing, so it's great for me.
It was really funny in the GE4 stuff where it upgrades your drivers. They have like 2 labels, and one of them's like gaming drivers, and then the other one says productivity or something like that, right? Studio. There we go. Studio drivers. So after I updated it for gaming and it broke the other thing, I was like, well, maybe I need to update these studio drivers. Maybe this is a parallel level of... No, as it turns out, that just rolled back my gaming drivers, so clearly NVIDIA knows what's up. And then Doom, the next time I booted it, was like, hey, dude, what did I tell you? Update your fucking drivers. And I'm like, no, I can't.
No, I'll get owned again. I have to do work. I'm not one of those people with a $3,000 PC I just play games with. Mine is for things.
I need to extract value from my investments.
I have Linux.
What difficulty did everyone play on, Bob? What did you do?
The first level I did like the higher difficulty, like one below the top, and then I dropped it down to the I guess it'd be normal mode. It's like Hurt Me Plenty, I think is what it is.
Yeah, Hurt Me Plenty's normal. So you were playing on PS4 Pro. You said part of the reason you dropped down was because load times?
Yeah, load times just
like
became...
you didn't mind trying that many times. It just got to the point where it's like, every time there's a load screen, I just zone out and look at Twitter.
Yeah, so I was looking at more Twitter than game for a little while. I was like, okay, maybe we need to stop this.
KZ, what difficulty did you do?
I stuck with ultra violence throughout, but except for Slayer Gates, where I dropped to Hurt Me Plenty, because fuck.
So here's the thing. My experience with ultraviolence was that I think the Slayer gates weren't affected by it, because I walked into a Slayer gate and it was easier than the last 3 encounters I had, and this was towards the end of the game. I'm like, what the fuck? Are these not affected by difficulty? I just did this on my first go, no problem. It was really weird.
Oh, because I went in 2 encounters in ultraviolence and went, this does a lot of damage. They're showing enemies that are 3 levels ahead of where I'm at.
Yes.
Yeah, they do that. They do that even on normal.
They're like, here's
like
a cyber demon. I'm like, what?
Angelic, like, pinata demons were just showing up
Mm-hmm.
4 levels before they're introduced.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what these things are.
Yeah.
They're scary.
Did anyone else try the master levels?
No.
Okay, I did a little bit, because, you know, if you pre-ordered, you got the cultist base one.
Yeah, that's the one I played through too.
And I played through that, and the first, like, you do a little platforming at the start, then you hit a big open area, and there's just a tyrant / cyber demon in that first big fight, and I'm like, oh no. And they're like, beat the game first, then try it.
Yeah, you need your stuff.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine doing that before having all the guns.
That's where the image comes from of there is no meme, die,
Die.
where an archvile summons marauders.
Oh.
Yeah. Good lord.
Yeah, not great.
Phil, what difficulty did you play on?
Oh, I played on Hurt Me Plenty, but I'm doing a ultraviolence playthrough slowly because there's other things to play right now.
I did ultraviolence until the last 3 levels when I went, look, that Spoilercast we're recording is later today.
Mm-hmm.
I've only got a set number of hours to play this game and sleep.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and just lower this down. And, when Doom Eternal gets a patch or re-released on the PS5 or something, I'll do another playthrough on ultraviolence the whole way through on that. Because, once you get used to what the game wants from you, it feels a lot better going back through from the beginning. I think most games are like that. You immediately know what you're supposed to be doing, which is awesome. You get to keep all your weapons, though, when you do the level select and stuff, right?
You do.
Okay.
Yes. And you can also apply the cheats.
Oh, yeah, that's right. If you're just collecting items, it doesn't care if you put cheats on. If you're trying to do Slayer gates, it cares.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it will despawn the key.
You cheated the game and yourself.
It should have that pop-up when you try to open the door.
So I took a real big L on the Slayer gates because I had to go back to one level because I beat the gate and then forgot to grab the key. Because
It's right in front of you.
It takes a second for the thing to explode and the key to appear. I'm like, I just beat it. It must have automatically given it to me and hauled ass.
No, that's wrong.
Your ADD took over.
Guys,
Doom Eternal is a very ADD friendly game.
I don't know if I knew they did that when you beat them. I may have beaten several gates and not gotten a single key.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Son of a... What is with you guys? When I beat a gate, I'm tired. I'm tired and I need a moment to just sit and reflect upon what I've done.
No, see, I'm keyed up like, what do I kill next?
Bob and Phil have the internal state of the class riot from Clone High, where they're just screaming and trying to flip underground pools over. They're like, yes, Slayer gate, immediately running out the door. So no one here's gotten the Unmaker.
Is that what it's called?
Yes. Oh, you have?
Yes.
It seems like a pretty cool weapon. I of course have not done that because I didn't do all the Slayer gates. Did you do them all, or did you do some shenanigans?
No, I did all the gates. I just lowered the difficulty to hurt me plenty whenever I went into them.
Okay.
Yeah, but I cleared them. You get it right before the point of no return, where they're like, you're gonna start doing this last 3 or 4 levels, and you shares the ammo with the BFG.
Huh.
And it's a spreader. It's like the Contra spread gun.
Yeah, it's
where it's like
Contra
doing a horizontal.
I actually have it over here, Bob. If you want to see how that looks in action, it is just a Contra spread gun horizontally.
Yeah, yeah, it's real good, and it's very helpful on like the last boss and like groups. I like it a lot. And then you enter cheat mode when you're going through a level again, and you set it so you have super speed and unlimited ammo, and you're just zooming through holding the fire button.
Yeah, no, that's the exact clip I'm watching right now, where a dude kept shooting it. What do they call them? The Doom Hunters, where it has the lower body is hover.
Yeah,
and the top is
the Doom
he
Hunter.
kept shooting into the shield and it wouldn't affect it because it wasn't the right gun. So he just goes, blows off its legs instantly. What a good gun.
The cheat stuff is really good. I like that the final cheat you get in the game is QuakeCon cheat.
Oh.
Where everything you do, every demon you kill causes an applause. And it's like crowds screaming. You hit the level complete screen, and I think it's one of the people working on the game. I think it might have been Marty Stratton. Like, you want to see some more? There's nothing better than Doom, and then the crowd screaming as you jump out of the menu.
That's fucking good. That's
And also,
so
like,
good.
confetti and shit pops out of demons. It's really good.
Man, that has me really excited to play through this again. Oh, man.
But getting all those cheats will unlock Doom 1 on your little computer in there.
Cool. I think that's neat that they included that.
Yep. They also had like Doom 2, but you have to enter a password that's like one of the protagonists.
Doom is an incredibly revolutionary game, so important. You know, gaming wouldn't be where it is without it. I don't enjoy Doom. The original, I've never really...
Oh yeah, it also ran pretty bad when I tried it. I'm like, ooh.
Oh yeah? Like in Doom Eternal or in
Doom Eternal.
Really?
You load and it slightly zooms in a little bit. It's kind of like an Uncharted 4 had that crash reference thing. It's kind of like that.
Except for
but
Crash ran better in Uncharted 4 than it did on a PS1.
Yeah, in this case, it felt like 30 FPS Doom or something in that manner.
I mean, to be fair, I think the original version of Doom is hard capped at a certain really bizarre frame rate, but you know, it looked smoother back in the day because CRT monitors for PC could adjust their hertz pretty smoothly. You know? Yeah, this gun's really cool.
Update the PC version of those game references apparently to have the more current ones.
Huh.
Yeah, so I guess they intended for them to look a little bit better or play a little bit better. You can save too, so it's like you can come back to them.
Oh, that's cool.
Own Doom 1 and
2. Real quick, even though this isn't really going to be us discussing this, did anyone play Doom 64 or the multiplayer in this game? We'll start with KZ.
I guess the multiplayer first. I did play that. I did about an hour of it. It's okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I would have liked some sort of deathmatch equivalent in this game. I feel like that could be fun. But the basic concept of this is you either pick the Doomslayer, where you will play it just like the normal campaign on older maps, or like maps from the game that have been like updated slightly so they're more arena-esque. Or you play as one of the demons. There will be two demons that will be controlled by people, and they give you a few different ones. Like you can play as the Marauder or the Mancubus, stuff like that. And the whole goal is to either take out the Doomslayer or take out those two specific demons. And playing as the Doomslayer, that's hard. It's hard when humans are directly controlling that, and you're like, this is still the resource management nightmare that Doom Eternal already is, but now there's real people trying to ruin you. And in between rounds, you get to like get special perks and stuff to make your side a little bit better. And I think it's like first who wins 3 gets the win from that. I think it's okay, but it's nothing I wanted to really play that much more of alone.
Yeah, I don't know that I need a fancy mode of multiplayer for Doom. That's the main reason why I haven't leapt in. And I'm probably going to dip my toe in before I'm just done with the game. But yeah, I don't know. Plus, like half of us are on PC, the other half are on PS4, so we couldn't even do like a whole group multiplayer thing because this doesn't have cross platform play. Field,
that's what Jedi Academy's for.
Yeah, that's what Jedi Academy's for. Jacking into when you're on PC and you're not supposed to, and you bring your hookshot mod and it breaks everything.
I did also play Doom 64 a little bit because it's important. It's important to the lore.
Oh, is it now?
Yeah.
Bob, did you play any multiplayer?
I did not.
Feel?
No.
Okay. So KZ's the only one who played multiplayer. How is Doom 64 important to the lore of Doom Eternal?
Well, as you go through the events of Doom Eternal, it becomes pretty clear what's going on with your main character and everything with that. And Doom 64 is just straight up the follow-up to 2, story-wise. And then they added that additional final chapter that's supposed to connect. I haven't gotten all the way through it yet because I don't have a lot of experience with the older Dooms. But I'm enjoying it. I think the port they did is really, really good. It looks nice and sharp, runs well. I have nothing really bad to say about it, except when I tried to load it and then BethesdaNet failed to connect and it got confused.
It got confused.
They're like, we don't know what happened. It won't connect. Help. Like whenever you finish a level in Doom Eternal, and sometimes it's like, we want to calculate your XP. We don't know what happened. I guess you get none.
Yeah, I only had it shit its pants on PC once, but it shit its pants pretty hard. There is no Steam. Die. I was like, what do you mean there's no Steam? This seems pretty fucking important, man.
Did you see that apparently they had like Denuvo and shit on Doom Eternal for PC, but they fucked up and put the cracked version inside the same folder?
Yeah, I probably should have run that version. Probably could have gotten some more frames out of it.
Yeah, they just left the fucking key to the car inside.
That's pretty fucking funny.
Yep.
They're like, oops. Guess we accidentally released it without shitty DRM. Oh no. Bob, did you play any Doom 64?
I got to play a little bit. I went through, I think, just the first level and started the second.
Mm-hmm.
I actually did play a lot of old school Doom.
Yeah, you played Doom 1, like Doom.
Yeah, Doom, Final Doom, Doom 2.
Yeah.
I played a lot of them. I find level 1 of Doom 64, which they don't have much to review it on, but I found the environment a lot more drab than I'm used to being in Doom.
Yeah, it's
like
a very different tone.
It doesn't have like open areas at all. It's all just hallway corridors. I'm hoping it changes as I go through it. I want to play more of it.
It is a very different game, and to be honest, back in the day, that kind of threw me off more than anything.
Yeah,
you know, you don't boot up a game called Doom 64 and expect it to not at all be the original Doom.
Right, like that. I think that put me off too when I played it because I didn't have any positive memories of it. So then to hear people love it, was like, oh, huh.
It's like if everyone started going now Final Doom on PS1, that's the GOAT. And I would be like, what? Why is that the GOAT? Who's GOAT?
Mega Man on DOS.
Mega Man on DOS, now that's the GOAT. Mega Man X on DOS, now that's the GOAT.
Oof.
But yeah, I played a little bit of Doom 64 on original hardware, both when it came out and at the beginning of this year. It's all right. You know, it's interesting. I might like it a little bit more than the original Doom, but you know, I still think the two best entries in the Doom series are Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal.
When they just slowly started becoming quick.
Yes. Also, it's not very slowly because Doom 2016 level design isn't quick and Doom Eternal is. Like, it's pretty on off, I felt. And that's the thing I'm seeing from a lot of...
Doom Eternal has like Quake jet pads. It's just like, no, here.
Yeah, no, it's straight up, you know, that sort of era, Unreal Tournament, Quake sort of era of PC map design, and I fucking love it. It's such a radically different type and approach to level design from Doom 2016, and I see a lot of people who think that makes it worse. If anything, I would say that is good, because if we just got a sequel to Doom 2016 that was that, but on a bigger scale or better, I think that would be more disappointing than what we have. I think Doom Eternal's shift in tone and radically different approach to level design is really cool, and I like it.
I can't say there was a map I disliked at all in this.
I can, but lore-wise, I love when you start reading about the history of and forgive me if I'm saying it wrong or saying the wrong noun. I don't have the codex pulled up in front of me right now, but the Argent d'Honneur, when you're reading about the history of the Sentinels and stuff like that, and it's this level that's just giving you tons and tons of that, and it's really cool. But you're swimming through radioactive waste and seeing which wall you should punch, and then seeing what hole you should put a bullet in, and then yeah, I thought that was kind of a low point. I did not so much love that level.
That one sequence where they're like, "You're in the purple goo, you can't jump. Here's a Hell Knight."
I think I immediately, like, if I'm remembering the instance correctly, I think No. What did I do? I did something that basically eviscerated him immediately, and I'm trying to remember.
Did he have the super shotgun yet?
Are we talking the one that happened in the sewer?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's in the little sewer area.
Okay.
Where
So
it's a really tight corridor you're walking through, tentacles pop up, but then a Hell Knight is on the other end and it just starts running and you're like, all right, guess I'm shooting. That's the only option.
yeah, that's what we're doing. Yeah, that went okay for me. But yeah, overall, I really like the level design. There are only a couple things that I thought were weak, but it's so much longer of a game than Doom 2016. Like, there's a lot more content in this than Doom 2016. I say this as someone who just beat Doom 2016 as Doom Eternal was coming out. So this isn't some guy
It
who
took like 2.5 levels for it to have more environments than Doom 2016.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the larger complaints you can level against Doom 2016 is that aesthetically, scale-wise, and everything else, it does not have much variety, unlike Doom Eternal.
They didn't have a single level like 2016. You think you're going to have a level like that, and it's like, no, you're in space now.
There was one that felt similar to the Foundry level in 2016 where they're like, here's the super gore nest. Collect 3 colored keys. But then it's so massive and open and nuts.
Yeah, I feel like that's the only one that started getting in that direction. But even then, I feel like because of the flow, it was a very different thing.
It also freaked me the fuck out when it said, all right, you're done. There's a time limit now. Get out.
That was pretty good because I made it out I made it out so quick I sat there and worried that some secret was left behind.
That was also me.
I probably ran out of there too fast. I had like 40 seconds left. I could have spent more time looking around, but every time I saw a demon, I'm like, I don't have to deal with your shit. See ya.
I thought there were some really neat like things that remind me intensely of old school Doom. Like the level that has a giant pond that you have to drain.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was very much something I remember seeing in original Doom. There's also one where they like give you context for it, but there'd be these weird things in old school Doom where you'd like rise up on a pillar and then all the dudes would, or like a bunch of demons would be under you, and they recreated something like that, but made it feel like a real environment because all the stuff that happens in regular Doom is kind of abstract.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really neat to see, like, oh, they're rising me out of the ground, and then all these demons are around me. And there's a few more things like that, like the level that has a bunch of cages that you have to go around opening up and fighting the monsters that come out of them. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is also something from an old Doom. I also played the master level version of that. Those cages just auto open.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, no.
They just don't care. So that was fun.
There is no lock. Die.
Yeah, no, if I didn't play that after having launched the entire game, that would have felt real bad.
They put a cyber demon in the first fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The platforming segment, they just put a pain elemental there.
They'll show marauders at you at random. It seems like it's intense. I also tried to go back through the game again on the same difficulty level to go collect stuff. I didn't think about having the cheats. That'll help a lot because it's just kind of boring going through on the same like normal mode but having all the guns. Like the first 2 levels were just kind of a slog because it was like this isn't challenging anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets faster and faster as you add cheats because you just go, all right, I'm gonna have quad damage. I'm gonna go at super speed because I'll have the yellow power up, unlimited ammo, infinite lives.
I think
the crowd is cheering for everything I do.
that really helps. I think one of the things about this that I didn't expect to be the case is Doom Eternal, much more so than Doom 2016, really makes you like it doesn't drown you in ammo. Doom 2016,
No.
I basically had to get to the end of the game before that was something I should remotely care about.
The
Doom
shotgun
Eternal,
has 16 ammo. you can upgrade it and max it out to 24.
Yeah, exactly. That is not
24. I think was like the starting ammo for 2016 for the shotgun before you just start getting more and more of it.
And for those who don't know, when I played Doom 2016, all of my stat points went into maxing out ammo first. So the culture shock of coming over to this game where this is the situation, it was throwing me for a little bit there.
I could see it immediately where I'm like, oh, ammo's this sparse. I might as well not even upgrade ammo first because I feel like they just want me to be in hell regardless.
See, and that's
like, I think I took one update and they're like, you can have 2 more bullets. I'm like, all right, fuck you. Health it is.
Yeah, I was just hoping. I was hoping and praying. And so yet again, I basically maxed out ammo early on. Keep in mind, I was still doing they do that thing where you upgrade the 2 sides of a thing and you get the middle benefit. Every upgrade I did that because those are some important fucking things you can do. If I were to do this game again, which I absolutely will be on PS5, let me be clear. I am 1000% making sure that if I can get a token, because, they have those tokens for you to fully upgrade the mastery and not earn it.
Yeah.
I would be doing that for the fucking super shotgun the second I can. Because there is nothing like shooting a flaming meat hook into a dude, flying at them and headshotting them for 30 fucking shield. And the rate at which that
I feel
thing
like I got that
down,
real fast though.
I didn't. I was
still
trying.
Don't have it.
I was trying. Yeah, Bob, that's the single most important thing in this video game. That's how good that is.
It is. It should be a basic part of his kit.
I agree with that.
I went through an earlier level with it just to grind it up.
Yeah. No, and that's a good idea, KZ. Like, it absolutely is.
The upgrades in Doom 2016, I didn't feel like I needed here. I definitely felt incentivized and got excited at the results. Like, I had the machine gun, and I picked micro missiles, and then when you master it, you can just shoot unlimited micro missiles equal to your ammo, so you're just unloading the whole room.
Oh, wow.
Wow, yeah, I didn't know that side of that thing.
Because it used, you would get like 8 micro missile shots just from the machine gun, and then they're like, fuck it, just your whole ammo is that. You can just do it.
What I liked about the other type of rocket launcher mod was that the ultimate upgrade of it is like, okay, so the middle step is if the rocket's close enough to hit a thing, you hear a sound and the flare on the rocket turns blue. The mastery of it is if you explode it in that state near an enemy and it kills them, they also explode. So you can set off a chain reaction of mobs, basically. It's really good. Like all just these low-level demons staggering over and over the big demons. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I went with the triple shot.
Did anyone else experience the rocket launcher being weaker in this game? Like, it
absolutely is.
Okay, I was like, it felt incredibly weak.
Yeah, I near the end I stopped using it as much because it just felt like it didn't damage them as much as like the ballista or
the ballista.
Just super shottying them in the mouth.
It's weird because they directly said they made it stronger.
Which is bizarre because that's how I felt too. By the end of it, it was basically this slot shouldn't exist. Because I was like, I would use all my ammo all the time because it's Doom Eternal and it wants you to do that. But the rocket,
I always broke it out because of for the lock on with the snake motherfuckers because I hate them so bad.
Yeah, no, the snakes are
and a 3 lock on instantly kills them, at least on normal.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I found it useful because I always used the triple shot. I was like, oh, there's a big thing here. Let me just do a distant shot. And like the second to last boss that you fight, I found it a bit easier to just prime 3 rockets and it takes like a third of her health off in one shot.
That's good.
So I found that to be fairly useful. Toward the end of the game, they finally got me to switch the machine gun to precision bolt, when they introduced the enemies that have to get headshotted if you want to get the ammo
Oh,
that
wow.
they drop.
I actually had that from the
you don't
beginning.
have to use the precision thing though. I near the end I just got like, no, I'm on the chain gun. I'm just gonna aim it in the direction of your head, and they
It
still
felt
pop
very
like
satisfying to
Giannis.
get that bolt onto them though.
You can also get the shotgun grenade launcher attachment and like stick them in the head, and it works.
That might be one
Yeah.
of the most useful things. I feel bad for people who didn't pick that mod first.
They give you 2 mods in the first level, so you kind of have to have both for the shotgun.
Yeah, but the fact I feel like it almost shouldn't instantly kill Kako demons
No, they deserve it.
because they feel like they should be more substantial than nothing.
But the dance here is that when you have the Kako demon like in the area and you shoot it into its mouth, there becomes a moment of there's like 6 other things here. Should I jump and hit it now? Or should I like wait a few seconds because then something else is going to come at me? And there have been times where I had to weigh my options of immediately jumping to it or quickly like shooting to the left real quick before like dealing with them. Also, I'm glad I got to provide my voice for the Cow demon because every single time you hit his weakness, he's going,
It was
Full auto. The full auto thing is another one of the ones where it's like, I feel like mastery should have been an earlier upgrade because it feels so essential to this mod working at all.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't use that at all. I didn't use
they drop if you kill things with full auto, it drops ammo.
Yeah,
it drops shotgun shells.
Yep, I saw that. I saw that at the end of the game, and I was like, "Oh, that would have been nice."
I didn't use that a single time. If I had used, if it had that earlier, I'd have used it a lot more.
Yeah, I should have unlocked that. Looking forward to my PS4 or PS5 run. KZ, you said the trophies for this game don't involve difficulty stuff. Is that right?
They do not.
Oh, that's good.
Most of it is do everything on one save file, and I did. And by the end, since I had focused on 3 or 4, get the upgrades, like going through and getting the weapons fully upgraded. I had enough tokens to get the other sides of most things. The only thing I had to go out of my way to do after beating the game was I did the minigun shield mod. And I got that fully upgraded. With cheats, by the way, makes it a lot easier. So you just go to one of the end game levels and just do what it asks of you, which that one was like, get 40,000 damage while the shield's up.
That makes sense. That just doing that would help. You know what that machine gun with the shield reminded me of, Bob?
Dan, don't say it.
Oh,
I
saying
know
it.
what you were gonna say.
It reminds me of Resistance 2's co-op multiplayer. You know what else about this game reminds me of Resistance 2?
I have a few guesses.
The final boss fight where you're fighting something 300 times your size with a really big gun. I feel like Resistance 2 would be a game very well respected by anyone anywhere if it handled it nearly as well as Doom Eternal.
Yeah. It was like, imagine the Doom Eternal boss, but bad in every way.
So what you're telling me is that Dr. Aggro should play Doom Eternal.
I think a Dr. Aggro playthrough, like a Let's Play, where he plays Doom Eternal and just won't shut up about Resistance 2 would be incredibly good content.
Yes.
Speaking of comparisons to other games, do you think Hugo Martin played Serious Sam on Xbox?
Xbox original.
Xbox original, because that one had a life system no other version had.
Really?
Yeah. It had a series where you had extra lives and would respawn right away if you got killed.
His favorite Doom is Doom 64. I would not be shocked.
Yeah. No, that seems like him. I think I've only played like 20 minutes of Serious Sam, and it's a series I've been meaning to check out more, but every time I check in on like what's happening in the world of Serious Sam, there's like a weird, oh yeah, things coming. It's happening.
Yeah, the newest game's coming soon. Planet Badass.
Planet Photoshop ass.
Yes.
The first one is a real good boomer shooter. You know, you got a lot of like, okay, here's your chain gun. Now 700 headless guys carrying bombs who go, are coming at you.
Yes.
I've never heard anybody say a good thing about the second game.
I played that game like 10 years ago, like with friends in like a lobby of like 6 people with friendly fire on, just for chaos. And you're just going through the campaign. They're like, here's a weapon. It's a blunderbuss cannonball shooter, and you just shoot the cannons at each other, and they get really mad.
Yeah, I remember that weapon. It shoots like a giant bowling ball, which goes along the ground.
I'd say Doom Eternal has some of that chaotic energy with just how ridiculously strong some of your weapons are.
Speaking of the extra lives, though, when I played, there was this weird thing where I almost never lost an extra life unless some asshole got me in a corner, and then I lost 7 in 40 seconds.
It's not good.
Every extra life I would lose was against something I did not want to lose it against, which was like random trash things that happened in the times I needed them.
Yeah.
While playing on Ultra Violence, where it's done, or you'll like fail a thing and then lose it, and then it's like, oh, now it's gonna be harder now.
Yeah, that's what happened to me.
I had like 7 extra lives in like level 4, and then the first one of those the Hell Knights, but with the sword arms.
Oh yeah, those guys.
Oh,
got me in a corner and just opened my ass up like a can opener, and I lost like 8 extra lives in 2 seconds. It's just like, I can't get out.
For me, it felt like those dudes were popping open a bottle of Coke on a counter, only I'm the bottle of Coke. They're just like, slam! My head just pops off. Speaking of which, one of the things I love about the audio design in this is when you get headshots, it does sound like a bottle of Coke just had the cap pop off, because it goes boonk, and then you hear the sizzle of like soda. Or a beer. It's so fucking funny.
I have to assume that was their intention, because they do whatever. Mick Gordon sampled a lawnmower for one of the tracks in this game.
That's good, man. This soundtrack is so good.
Yeah, I'd say it's better than the last game.
It is absolutely better than the last game. I say that as somebody who's listened to the last game soundtrack before he even played the game or beat the game on Amazon Music. This soundtrack is fucking killer.
They finally relaxed the mandate that they gave Mick Gordon when he first signed up for Doom 2016, which was no guitars. You're not allowed, because they did not want a screamo death metal soundtrack necessarily. They didn't want to get typecasted for that.
Yeah.
And now they're just like, whatever. People know what Doom is. They know what we're making here.
They're like, whatever. This thing's metal as shit. It should have some fucking shred-ass metal blaring.
Yep.
God, yeah, this game has really good music.
I really wish that the whole game you're on the Doom Fortress, like your main character,
Fortress of Doom,
the Fortress of Doom,
guy's boomer man cave.
I lost it when they called it the Fortress of Doom. I'm like, I'm expecting some shit bags in the back, and
I remember you were on a stream. You're like, I do wonder how they handle this hub thing. I hope they know what they're doing. Fortress of Doom. Computer has pictures of shotguns.
Yep.
Rip and tear .mp4.
You put up paintings of your fucking pet bunny.
Yes.
Doom guy has a wall of guitars that are also literal axes.
Yeah, it's good.
Like the picture of Doomslayer with the rabbit is fan art where id said, hey, can we put this in the game? And they're like, sure, go ahead. This is an honor.
It's so
He has a what's the name of the sword? Crucible, the Crucible.
Yes.
He has a Crucible guitar.
He has the skateboard.
God damn.
I was gonna say my only complaint with that whole thing is I wish that instead of a teleporter, he was literally launched out of the front of the thing.
They do that though, so it's fine. They do that in one of the levels,
but they only do it once. It needs to be like every time.
But see, Bob. If they did it before that moment in the story, that moment would have been nearly as funny as Samuel Hayden is like, that is a gun, not a teleporter. It was really great that the moment you shove Samuel's fucking corpse basically into your ship and he comes to life, you just get back to top speed with him just being like, you're doing this wrong. Please stop.
The funniest moment in the entire game to me is when you get his body and they're like, we were told to be very careful. He just yanks it down. Smack.
And I'm like, this was the missing ingredient to this game so far.
That's the thing. Like, you can tell he wasn't even trying to remove it. Like, okay, just remove it effectively. No, he slams it into the ground in order to remove it at all.
And then he offhandedly tosses it through the portal when the Marauder shows up.
Yeah, God, man.
Yeah, I was really afraid I was at the end of the game when that was happening. I was like, oh, they're not gonna do anything after this. This is it. This is already the climax.
Doom 2016 ends abruptly, so I totally get that.
And then I was like, how many, I'm here. How many levels do I have? And they're like, oh yeah, you're not even halfway through. And I'm like, what?
Excuse me?
You fucking serious? There's 8 more levels?
There's a point of no return with 4 levels after it.
Uh-huh. By the way, I just want to note, when you go to Necroval, and they're like, this is the point of no return. And then you go there, right? The fact that it just pulls the most PC gaming shit, and it's like Necroval 1, Necroval 2.
Yeah.
It's 2 levels in a row, and I'm like, that's some fucking old school PC gaming shit of...
We accidentally made a 4-hour-long level or some shit. Let's just fucking have a you beat it in the middle of one of these.
I fucking lost it because there's not even like a momentous cutscene. You just kick some thing's ass, drop into the floor, and then it's like boo 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 boo.
Yeah, that was pretty jarring.
I thought it was the funniest shit in the world. It really struck me as like old PC gaming design, where it's just like he's
going back and trying to complete the challenges for it annoyed me because I'm like, what am I doing wrong? You told me to glory kill left him. I'm doing their left. Fucking goddamn it. They're like, you need to position yourself on this demon's left side to do a left side glory kill. I'm like, you mother. Because if you fuck it up, one of them is do it on the Doom Hunter. This is the last enemy in the level. You fucked it up. Auto-saving.
Oh, you fucked it up, L.
So I decided to do what only a normal person would be. Play it again with cheats, with the cheat auto stagger enabled, where any hit will immediately put them in glory kill range.
Jesus Christ. These cheats are insane.
Yeah, so I just run up with my unlimited blood punches.
That explains why the perform 33 unique glory kills in a single save slot is such a common trophy. Because even if you didn't get it naturally, you could easily get it doing that.
Yeah.
Some of the glory kills are really good.
But there's just so many because there are multiple per enemy.
Right.
They have the stuff like the challenge in Super Gore Nest is do 3 different ones on a pinky.
I think my favorite one, which I didn't even get till that late in the game just because I never approached this one from that angle. I believe it was the spider brains.
Yes.
When you get it from behind.
Yeah, that's
you
what
leap
I was about
on
to
it,
bring up.
Grab its metal fucking claws and shove it into its eyes.
Oh, no, I think that's actually like from the right or left. If you're from behind, it's my favorite one. He flips him.
What?
He flips him over and he explodes.
Okay, I did not get that one.
There are a lot of really good ones.
I got the most anime one when you do the Marauder, where if you do it from the left side, he punches you and you hold the punch back, but that's the same arm with your knife, so it just shoots the knife out and it goes straight through his head.
No, that was real good.
I did not see that. That's good.
Because he throws a punch at you,
great.
you're very cool. You catch the fist, and then you just tilt your wrist slightly, and the blade comes out and murders him. I was like, oh, that's good. That's real good.
It feels real good after you're done with those things. Those Marauders, the fact that they just made them, they're like, all right, you're not going to BFG this enemy. You're not going to do it.
They say it in the tutorial, super weapons don't do anything to these motherfuckers. Get good.
Get good, motherfucker.
It is so funny seeing all the whining about the Marauders. It's all you can find. Should Marauders be nerfed? Marauders are too hard. They ruined the game. It's so fucking
They're the antithesis of the game design.
Okay, that's an absurd statement. The only problem I have with the Marauders is if you use your dash to go backward, that will put you just far enough in a lot of spaces where even though he's still in his attacking animation, And even though you're still within what I consider close range, his shield will magically pop up when you shoot him. Like, you have to be really close when you use a dash, or you have to very carefully walk backwards. Because I hit a loop.
You're 1 centimeter too far, dog.
Exactly. That's
that ghost dog clip I posted is real good.
Fucking ghost dog.
His fucking dog. I watched a Mythbusters-esque video of, can you kill this thing with the Crucible? And someone put unlimited ammo on and found out if you can luckily shoot 6 or 7 grenades at him to stagger him long enough, you can do it. And the animation looks kind of wrong when you cut him, so they clearly don't want you to.
Right.
Yeah, somebody found, like, if you shoot the BFG in this very specific way, it'll kill him, and that's what you need to do on Nightmare, or you're fucked.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I've seen some people go up to a Marauder, shoot a BFG to the side, and the electricity coming out of it makes him, like, auto-block and turn around to block all of it, and then people just shoot him in the back.
I tried doing that weapon cycling thing that we saw some Twitter videos of like, you hit him with a shotgun, and you like switch to the bowcaster thing, and that actually works pretty well. That's how I got to the master level version. It kept spawning him.
Yeah, apparently that's the easiest way to get good damage, like super shotgun, ballista shot, and then you cycle through that, and that's the least amount of cycles you have to do is with that. I like the ballista a lot. I fully upgraded the horizontal one, where you go into a room and you kill the whole room. You chopping like the arachnotrons, where just the whole brain falls off their body. It's so good.
That's incredible.
They were also, Hugo Martin was right in that his favorite glory kill was the one you do against the snakes, where you rip out the arm bone and stab them in the face with it. And I'm like, this feels pretty alright.
Harrison would be the one where you just slice them into 3 pieces and they fall to pieces, or they fall apart like an old Godzilla monster.
Oh god. Yeah, the Crucible kill on the fucking Cyber Demon is so good, where you're just chopping him down like he's a fucking tree.
Yeah. You do it toward their back, where you like fuck them up real bad that they just trip and fall over on their face. Like, no. So some of the enemies in this game that they brought back from 2016 just feel like there was a generational leap between games, where Doom 2016 was a PS3 game and this is a PS4 game.
I feel like that's almost every single way to comparison.
Where you look at the Barons in 2016, which are big red demon guys that you just shoot and they die, but then you run into them in this. You shoot their skin off, and it's just lava fire textures.
Yes.
And I'm like, this is insane.
Yeah, no, this game looks so much radically better than Doom 2016, which looked incredible when it came out. Like, because it locks 60 frames per second, and it's so smooth and fast. It's crazy
blowing
that they've done
off demons.
They've done such a good job getting this up to a much higher graphic fidelity, but also making it run insanely well. Like, it's kind of staggering almost.
Yeah, the gore system is just really cool, and you immediately notice how insane it is when you fight a Hell Knight, and you go, before they're just, big guys, you'll eventually beat them up and beat them down in 2016. Here, when their glory kill's ready, you can see most of their bones. Like, their leg is just a bone now running at you. They are just... in a horrible state, but still going.
If you kill one with the plasma gun, which is what they want you to use, it's like, this motherfucker's like an eaten chicken wing coming at me.
Yeah, no, it makes some of the glory kills a little less impressive, because, like, he broke his bone, it was already sitting out.
He didn't even have to try.
If I could finish your meal.
My favorite glory kill, though, I saw it in the first 30 seconds of the game, when Doomguy just goes bop and smashes a zombie's head down into his torso like it's a fucking cartoon.
Like, it looks so sad.
Yeah, no, it's really funny. this game does a really good job of being like, Doom 2016, we got to play it pretty loose with the tone and everything else, and it worked out great for us. Now we're just going to do exactly what we want without worrying about expectation at all.
I'm honestly stunned how great the story was and how excited I am for the sequel hooks.
I thought it was interesting because you go through that whole level trying to get Samuel Hayden back, going, oh, this is gonna be funny. and you have those back and forth of you can't shoot a hole to Mars or the fucking teleporting gun. But then he suddenly just becomes lore man, and you go, this is a little oh, I get it. When you start looking into it and going, oh, this is who this person is.
The only weird thing was during the after you kill, or not after you, but in the heaven level.
Yeah.
How many times he says, quote, the longer the icon of sin is on Earth, the stronger
Yes.
it gets.
He says that 4 fucking times or some shit.
In the span of
weird.
like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It's like, I don't know, maybe the players are getting lost so they'll forget, like, what the stakes
That level
of this
is
are.
big.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder. I was a little disappointed the icon of sin wasn't just John Romero.
Yeah, I was also very confused that it wasn't John Romero.
His soul is inside it.
He's the betrayer's son.
Do you think, can we get a DLC where it just gets John Romero's hair?
Apparently Vega is John Romero's dad. I don't know why. Like, that was weird, but
The really weird, like, I really loved how when you kill the con maker, it's just subtitles, mystery voice. No.
Wait, what?
yeah. That's
Yeah,
what it
did
said.
you miss that? When you kill her aloud, and her like soul goes up into the sky and it creates a storm, you just hear somebody yelling no, and the subtitles designate it as mystery voice.
Huh. I liked going through her level and finding a dead her sitting in one of the other rooms. Be like, that's weird.
Yeah. When you're in the pool, because there's the force part where you have to go underwater and then you have to like punch a wall to drain it. There's just another maker there, and there's like lore about how it's like an ascension type thing where they will keep making them. There'll always be a new one, but they need like the father there, which is what Vega's supposed to be or based off of.
And maybe Samuel Hayden is Seraph. It's very weird.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be literally Samuel Hayden is Seraph.
It seems like that's what that's supposed to do, because his character and the way he talks suddenly changes, where it's less guy humanity type of thing and more of, here's everything that happens about hell. I know this because that's clearly who I'm supposed to be. And people like looked into the lore of 2016 where it's, no one ever saw him before he became a robot.
Yep.
He had an illness, but no one ever saw what he looked like before. He's just fucking with you throughout 2016 as a front. And that this dude's totally this Seraph guy that gives you god powers in a flashback. It's like, sit on this thing. It'll charge you up.
Isn't there a picture of him? I feel like I've seen a picture of him as a human.
I was looking around.
It was a deep fake.
Yeah, it was a deep fake. They just
there's one on his Wikipedia page. I don't know where that came from then.
Yeah, that's weird, because they have the scene in which the cloaked Seraph gives the Doomslayer like his epic powers.
Yeah, his Chad powers. It's literally just Chad powers.
They got the same voice actor. They got Darren DePaul to also voice that guy.
Of course.
I could tell during the scene.
Yeah.
I was just like, that is him. That is just... is that intentional? There's no way they would cast the guy to do two different... Then again, he did multiple voices in 2016. What the fuck is going on?
And this kind of has to be the direction they would go in, like a sequel, because you leave Vega before the final level, so
yeah,
Hayden would have to be your talk guy, like your codec person.
Yeah, I was wondering if they're going to have some sort of betrayal arc inside this game, but it became fairly clear that wasn't going to happen, because where he took over the Fortress of Doom, I was like, okay, this might be bad.
Yeah,
I thought that was gonna be something.
I was wondering what direction they'd go.
Same.
But he got owned so fucking hard. I feel like even he learned. I'm really stunned there were 14 years between Doom 2016 and this game. Like, man, the Earth put up a fight.
Like, you say that, but I looked it up and everywhere it just says it's been 3.
I'm looking at the timeline. It says Doom 2016, 2150, Doom Eternal 2163 or 64.
Huh. Weird.
He just wanted to have 64 in the number.
I mean, they had to because they went through the great efforts of revealing the Doom Slayer's origins as Doom Guy, quoting the Doom comic book.
Yeah, they really like that quote.
I'm really glad that they call him Doom Guy in this one. Doom Guy's a much better name than Doom Slayer.
I don't know about that.
He was Doom Guy and he becomes Doom Slayer.
Yeah, but even like the news reports are like, this supposed Doom Guy.
Oh, well, shit, man. They also call you Doom Marine at one point, which is funny as shit.
Yeah.
I lost it. I was like, we're just throwing them all out.
Then you get the audio thing from the woman going, "He is Doom."
Yes. No, that was really good. I also
he's more than a man.
I also like the UAC being like, "Can someone kill this stupid asshole?"
In the final level, I stopped and wheezed. Like, this bitch is so pissed.
I love it. It's like they all come off as pre-recorded, and then that one happens.
The last level, all of them are just like, no one can save you. It's like, oh, damn it.
I really liked the audio log, because there's a couple audio logs in this game where the woman's like an atheist, but she's like, I don't know anymore after seeing Doom Guy. He's so raw.
Her atheism got dicked down. Oh man, fuck yeah, it's so fucking good. But yeah, I get why some people out there like Doom 2016 more. Like, I get it. Like, I feel like the level progression on a plot side is a lot leaner there. I think things keep going.
I'd say it's a faster pick up and play type of game where it's just level by level, fast progression, get in, get out type of thing. Here, it requires more investment, I think. Especially in terms of like problem solving, the ammo and everything, the platforming.
Yeah,
a lot less downtime in 2016.
Yeah, I would go ahead and say that overall, Eternal asks more of the player than Doom 2016 did.
It's been a while since the 2016 were the levels as long, because I know the Eternal levels
were not
very
long.
Not
that long.
No,
like
I was like, this is still going. Some of these are like 3, maybe 4 times longer. Sometimes
I think really long.
I think one of the things that was causing that with Doom 2016 for the levels to not be quite as enormous or as variety filled was the mega texturing stuff that they got rid of, possibly.
Yeah.
But you know, the longest level in Doom 2016 is roughly as long as your smallest or average level in this. Like, most levels are not this long. It's really impressive. Plus, there are a lot of you're in a loading thing in Doom 2016 with the airlocks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got to hit the button and
then wait.
Open up the next chamber.
Would they add the double dash in midair? Did anyone feel like we should have had double jumping in midair? Or triple jumping, I guess that would be.
No.
Because I kept found myself continually trying to do it. Because like I could do 2 dashes in the air. Why can't I do 2 jumps?
Because you're not Mega Man X for Mega Man X3 with the golden armor.
I think I took the biggest L in this game of waiting till like level 5 to get the rune that slows down time when you're in the air.
Oh, I never bothered to use that.
Never
found a good time.
As soon as I did that, I'm like, okay, this game's a little bit less oppressive because I can slow down while I'm trying to do shots.
Huh. Yeah, I never actually used that.
The runes I used was the ones that makes your air control better. I feel like that one is required. There's some rune that makes your blood punch better, and I forget what the last one I used was.
Yeah, it seems like there's this ultimate combo of better air control, time will slow down when you're in the air using like your gun, and glory kills can be performed from farther away, and you're just displaying air dominance on all these enemies.
Yeah, the one that makes your brutal kills or glory kills go faster is always a good one too, because it just gets it done.
Yep.
I need the 128 frame or 120 frame per second so we can fully see those animations though, because it goes so fast.
Who knows? Maybe the PS5 version will be 4K at 120 hertz.
Maybe.
God, that would be awesome.
Thinking about it, you're getting horny.
Doom Eternal on PS5 will run at 240 hertz.
Your eyes won't even notice.
It just throws away
out
half
at
of them.
37.
Oh, that's true. The human eye can only see it exactly 37.5 frames per second.
No, it's only 24. That's why cinematic games are always the best.
Order 1887 is going to be great.
You mean the Order 1887 2?
Ooh.
No, he did that. It was 1886.
Yeah, I know, but that seems good because they released that, then they release a prequel for that's really 2.
When are we going to get the Order 1996?
I would fucking love that if they have like the vampire hunting Order of Immortals, but they're all like 1996 douchebags.
I was gonna say, Bob, if you want the Order 1886 with a 1996 tone, Van Helsing the movie exists.
It's real in our
How about
streets.
Van Helsing the movie game on Xbox?
That also unfortunately exists.
Probably better than the movie.
Well, we've been talking about this for a bit.
Yep.
We should probably wrap this up. Let's go ahead and give this some scores and some small reviews where we just, try to wrap a neat little bow on each of our opinions. We'll go ahead and start with Mr. Feel.
Doom Eternal is great. It's such a massive jump from 2016. I feel like it's like the jump from the NES to the Super Nintendo. I feel like this is a little bit exaggerated, but I feel like it's going from like Mega Man 5 to Mega Man X. It's like, this is the same thing, but holy shit.
Go back to Doom 2016 where you can dash.
Yeah.
I didn't have any problem with there not being a lot of ammo, because if you pick upgrades that have to do with that, you can handle it. Also, something I didn't even notice the first time I played it, I didn't know your chainsaw always regened 1 pip.
Oh yeah,
really?
Yeah. You always have that first one.
Huh.
Yeah. That way it doesn't like trap you ever with like, I can't get ammo. It's like, no, after about 20 seconds, you'll be able to go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I never noticed that, but and still I got through it. I just, you take the upgrade that makes explosive barrels, give you ammo, and then the one that makes them come back, and they give you ammo twice.
Yes. That's funny as hell.
A lot of fun resource stuff in that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get to the part where you're jumping through the planets before you shoot down to Mars, and you blow up the floating space barrels, and you go, oh, those count. So the gigantic space tanks flicker back in with demonic glyphs. But I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. It's great. It's going to be difficult for something to beat this on a mechanical level this year.
Okay. Let's move on to Bob.
Sure. I guess first I'll go into the one weird thing I think there is about the chainsaw is that it seems their monsters only require 1 or 3. So getting caught in that weird zone where you have 2 tanks is bizarre. And there's so many monsters where it feels like, yeah, this demon is not a trouble. Like, it should not require 3 for this guy who can fly.
Yeah,
he's a wimp.
And also, there's the dudes that look exactly like imps but can teleport. I got fucked by them more than once because I'm like, I'm gonna chainsaw you. No, you're not an imp. You take 3.
There are 2 types, fodder and everything else. But then there's the top tier ones where they're like, no.
Yeah, it feels so weird. You can use the chainsaw and just insta-kill something that actually is legitimately difficult, like a Hell Knight or its counterpart with the sword arms. But no, he used the same amount as this idiot who can hardly hurt you. And that was bizarre.
There's no fuel. Die.
But other than that, I think that this game is really amazing. I was kind of like in the middle of the game, I was starting to worry about it. Then I found out it wasn't even halfway through yet. That's when I got Samuel Hayden and stuff started getting really cool.
Yep.
Because at first I was like, oh man, this first mission is great. It has E1M1 just blaring while you're cocking your shotgun, getting ready to go down to Earth. But then I felt like it was weak up until Samuel Hayden showed up. Then yeah, it was pretty much just really great after that. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I could imagine a game better than this. I can imagine this same game just being a good notch higher than this. That's the only reason it's not a 10.
Yeah.
They're making single player DLC.
Yes. Wait,
they're
are
making more. They are. They confirmed the DLC roadmap is like extra campaign level.
Oh my god, I need to buy that now.
I know it's not. Here's our new exciting Doom. All the DLC's multiplayer maps.
I'll go ahead and go next. My opinion on this reflects a lot of the things that's already been said, so I'll stick to the more of exactly what's placing the exact number for me. There were a lot of weird problems with enemies getting around the environments towards the end of the game on my playthrough. The Marauder literally couldn't run next to a tiny platform, so he was running in space at full speed. This happened a lot in this one specific area.
He's coming.
It is the funniest shit in the world, and I was sad that I didn't have like NVIDIA Shadowplay set up so I could mash some keys and share that clip, because he's just running in midair like a fucking Looney Tune or some shit. There's a lot of things like that. There were certain... The game does try to make sure you will never end up in a situation where you're just screwed on your checkpointing, but checkpointing also was just kind of shit near the end of the game. For example, I opened up progression to the next area, but then I backtracked a bit to do the Slayer Gate. So I did the Slayer Gate, beat it on my first go, went back to the next area, died, had to walk all the way from the Slayer Gate every time I died because it wouldn't re-checkpoint me outside of that area. That was not great.
Yeah, it instead checkpoints you because you beat the Slayer Gate.
There's just a few things like that, and I honestly believe the opening of this game, past the very specific the intro video, is kind of weak. The intro video is incredible. Like, the moment where you see the Fortress of Doom, you hear the cries of the people on Earth, that's all great. I think the plot over the next... let's say the first 3 hours of the game is a little weak compared to the rest of the game. I feel like it does a lot better in the middle part and the end part. And because of that, because I can imagine a version of this game where enemies don't have as many traversal problems and there weren't as many issues, like I go to do, what was it? A demon teleported under the ground at one point. I'm going to go ahead and give this game the square root of 81 out of 10. KZ, what's your score?
Hold on. I need to figure out what the square root of 81 is real quick.
Don't worry, I already typed it in the chart.
Oh, okay. I'll just replace that with an 11. There we go. Oh, I get it. You mean you were giving it a 7?
Yes, I gave it. That's the square root of 81. You got it. Hey, KZ, what are your thoughts on?
Okay, I'm glad we figured that out. This is like the definitive FPS experience for me. I just love how fast it is, how satisfying it is to get through combat arenas. There's not one weapon that I would say I like above all the other ones. Each one has something that it's offering that I think is good, even if maybe there's like a mod that I think is more of a dud. The one opposite to it usually does what I'm looking for. And I think the story was really good. The bosses were great this time. And just overall really satisfied. There's just a lot of content in the game overall.
Hey, KZ, before you finish, I just need to let you know right now.
What?
You know, let you know the situation we're standing in. Mm-hmm. If you give this game a 0, it will still be 1 point better than Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh, shit.
Just looking at our chart here.
Oh yeah, look at this. Between the 3 9s, we're at a 27. It beat out Jedi Fallen Order. Even if all I have to do is give it 1 point for it to beat Pokemon.
And give it a 2 for it to beat Astral Chain.
God, that's so true. I guess it's gonna have to be our 3rd best game because I'll just give it a 10. Officially making our top 3 DMC5 Bloodstained and Doom Eternal.
These are great games. We're very lucky to
I'm
have
sure
received
someone
them.
will isolate that and use it to call us boomers somehow.
Yeah. Oh shit. God, that says a lot.
I feel like Doom Eternal changes a lot from older shooters. Luckily, it's not just, hey, we finally perfected this pre-existing formula. You know, it's innovating in a lot of ways that I think are important.
But this Doom, it also has strong boomer energy.
Yes, it's true. Dude keeps a skateboard in his office.
I'm gonna have some takoyaki chips with my monster.
even after your 3 scores, if I give it a -5, it still beats Days Gone.
Amazing. Yeah, Doom Eternal, it's a great game, a fantastic follow-up. I'm really glad we didn't just get more Doom 2016. I think seeing a game like this that's really polished, really long, and innovative doesn't come along very often.
Yep.
I think we've had a great little over a year in gaming. What a good game. I'm very excited for the single-player DLC. I assumed they were just going to do multiplayer again, so thank God they aren't.
Oh,
This video was brought to you by the power of the legendary GigaBoots executive producers, Vincent Pover, Nicholas Cameron, E. Lee Broyles, Star Falcon, Spaceman Spiff, Danny Richardson, Dryzart, Red Blaze 27, and Texas Man joins Smash. Thank you for lending us your power, our executive producers. And also these guys. If you want to become powerful like our executive producers, then head on over to www.patreon.com/GigaBoots today.